Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Command Center, where we like to put our favorite commander, maybe even yours, front and center. And you know we can't do it unless we play those intergalactic letters, EDH. What does it stand for today, Hadoken?
Y'all know what it stands for. Even in a galaxy far, far away, it stands for Ethereal Dilithium Hull. That's right. We in space, skank. That's right. We got nothing but moon rocks, pot rocks, and dropping it extra hot out in here. We're seeing eclipse. We seeing moons. We seeing icebergs called asteroids. We seeing, as my man Gandalf once said, live long and prosperity, something like that. I don't know. He always throw the V up, which looked kind of gross sometimes because I'm pretty sure he'd be putting his face in between. But what are we talking about today?
We're talking about space, and we're talking about sleeping in space, because obviously you go to space and you just die because it's a void that no one can actually live in. So sleeping, we're talking about sleepers, cards that nobody thinks are going to be good. Everyone's ignoring. When you're opening packs of Magic cards, those commons and uncommon slots, you are throwing those. You're throwing them everywhere. It's almost just like when a little kid's opening presents on Christmas and the wrapping, just because that's where your uncommons and commons go. We're gonna need you to pick some of those up. When you're using them as like coasters, you're using them as like little things to level out your bed with. You might want to go find some of these because these actually seem like they might be pretty decent.
Now, let me tell you, though, these cards are considered like the red starburst. They're considered like the black licorice. They're considered anything from the Arby's menu. That's right. I'm still hitting them even in this year. That's right. You discard them because you don't want them nowhere near your body. Your body is a temple that gets graffitied all day, every day, and they puke in the bathroom. That's how gross some of y'all are. But anyway, that's what we talking about. Yeah, people like to point to the mythics. Yeah, everybody likes to point to the rares. But there are some hardcore sleepers taking naps, damn near hibernating out there. And that's what we going to talk about. Those bangers that y'all need to be watch out because they be banging.
Couldn't have said it better.
Ooh, so who wants to kick us off with some of these sleepers in space? I know I got quite a few that I want to talk about, but I think Ken, what's our normal order? Oh yeah. Ken, you should definitely go last. Derek, kick us off.
Finally flipped. I'm always the one falling for that. It's about time. I've been waiting for the day that the script was flipped.
That's right. It's
the best way to do it. You got to get it out of the way. So the first card I want to talk about, I am actually going to go where's first on this of all the cards I want to talk about. We're going to talk about Dauntless Scrapbot. So Dauntless Scrapbot is a 3-mana artifact creature, 3/1. It's just a little artifact guy. But when it enters, exile each opponent's graveyard and create a lander token. So, do y'all ever played any artifact decks? You know any artifact creatures you have, especially like low mana value ones, they just keep coming back. Those things never stay dead. Every time you think they're dead, something's getting goblin weldered, or something's getting goblin engineered, or somebody's flipping flopping and you're getting a scrap trawler back, and you just keep getting these back. And the fact that this can just effectively, Ken, you are the biggest fan of perma graveyard exile I've ever met in my life. I'm surprised your ears didn't just perk up when you saw this, because the coolest thing about this is not only do you get to piss your friends off and exile their graveyards every turn, but you make these little lander tokens in the process. Sometimes I feel like when you get into your graveyard exile fits, Ken, you're not actually progressing anything, you're just pissing us off. With this, you can make us hate you and also ramp lands in the process. It just feels like it's a win-win, and it's just one of those things. There's so many graveyard exile effects that are not on creatures, that are on like regular artifacts that you play. You can draw a card, do this. This one is unique in the sense, I think this is one of the first ones that both ramps you and it creates another artifact for it. So you're like creating more artifacts. I don't know. This thing seems very strong for just a random uncommon. Play more graveyard hate, people. As much as I complain about it, it fucks people up. It's very good. But yeah, it's I think Dauntless Scrapbot's solid.
Not gonna lie, when I heard that, something perked up. All right, who's next?
So this one, I think that we need to go ahead and say a prayer, because Meltstrider Eulogist is an insect soldier for 3. It's a 3/3 body. Whenever a creature you control with the 1/1 counter on it dies, just draw a card. That would go crazy in so many decks these days. Any creature you control with a 1/1 counter, it doesn't matter how many you have on there. You can have just a plant token with a 1/1 counter. Goes to the graveyard, you're drawing a card. It's not a May ability, so be generous with how you doling out your 1/1 counters and how many creatures you're putting out there. So if you want to deck yourself, fine. If you want to fill up your graveyard, fill up your hand, that's fine too. But yeah, this is definitely going to go crazy, I think, in the future. Who was that? Titus that Derek just played has that deck for Final Fantasy. Like, you stay putting 1/1 counters on creatures.
And they stay dying too, so I really need that card in there because they're just dying the whole time. Sorry, Ken.
Not just that, but even Avengers Zendikar, I play one land. Now all of my plant tokens are viable draw strategies.
That's correct, sir. You are correct. Yeah, just nasty. So this Eulogist stays on the ground. Just stays. I'm just going based on the picture here. Like hands on the ground, hand up in the air, like praise somebody that this thing sacrificed itself to help us advance our strategy. But apparently that's his only job, just going around throwing out eulogies. Ken, what you got?
Speaking of eulogies, let's go ahead and bow our heads for this next one. Dear Lord, I'd like to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. I'd like to bring this going to the front of the congregation called Scout for the Survivors. Now, this is a sorcery. It says return up to 3 target creatures cards with total mana 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Now, I need y'all to understand this. There's some busted cards out there for 3 mana. Like, I don't know if you guys know about this, the Oculus that was out there that was running wild and standard. But think about this. You got a bunch of 3/1/1s like Stitcher Supplier. You got, like, if somebody does a board wipe, you can build back with your little 1-drop mana dorks. Oh, and then, by the way, I forgot the piece de resistance, the icing on the forget you cake. When they come back, you put a 1/1 counter on each of them. So this has a lot of viability, especially in lesser formats that we don't like to talk about, like Modern. Can you imagine this? Like, you can get back, like, somebody wipes the board, and then you can play and you can get your Orcish Bowmaster back. You can get your Ragavan back. You can, like, and then get a counter on it. This can get real stupid real quick. So I like this card because I don't think a lot of people can understand how much head this can be banging.
I'm smelling what you're stinking because I got some graveyard stuff coming up next. I feel like this set has a lot of very, very tricky graveyard things. So how are you going to get those things in the graveyard to reanimate, Ken? What is the best way to just have something to reanimate randomly? It's to mill yourself or have everyone hate you and blow up all your creatures. But I prefer the mill route, and we're going to talk about Seedship Broodtender. So Seedship Broodtender is a black and a green for a 2/3 insect citizen. And when the creature enters, mills 3. Already a 2-mana creature with a 3 booty. Milling 3 is something I would play in any graveyard deck, but it has the extra text of 3, a black and a green, sack this creature, return target creature or spacecraft from your graveyard to the battlefield, activate as a sorcery. So you get to mill yourself for 3 for 2 mana, and then later in the game, 5 mana, sack it, bring any creature, the spacecraft thing's not going to come up, bring any creature you want back into play. There's a few creatures that fit this mold of like cheap to play, sack later to get back, but you already know this is just going to sit there unnoticed, and you can bring back your scariest threat at any point. This thing is awesome. I love me some anything that resembles the card Mulch makes me happy, and this is like a mulchy insect with reanimate built on top. It is a wonderful. I'm also good. Why are the insects citizens? That I'm a little confused. I don't understand. I should probably read the story, but I don't understand the purpose of adding citizen to. He doesn't look any different from other insects I've seen.
Well, you have insects and you have insect citizens. It makes it more like a dude.
I got you. So I got to call him Mr. Seedship Broodtender or Miss or anything. Like there's a title involved there. Or like, what if it could be like knighted or some shit. Sir Seedship Broodtender.
Yeah, it gives more personality, more personhood to these insects.
Okay.
So they're not just bugs that you step on. They're like alien bugs. They're people bugs. They're just like you and me, you know?
Yeah, it's like in Men in Black when Will Smith was stopping on the cockroaches and he was like calling out. He was like, "Oh, is that your auntie?" And then the monster got angry. It's because those little roaches were citizens to the roach monster, and they were greater than just a regular. I get it. I'm following now. Okay, I'll pass it over to you, Seth. I've had my moment.
My favorite scene in Men in Black is when Will Smith opens the thing and punches Edgar in the face and says, "Welcome to Earth." I think that's the right movie. Anyway, what are we saying?
Yeah. So I want to talk about a card that I don't think it's bad, but it's very, very it's very limited to the set because it references a spacecraft. But I'm going to talk about Systems Override. It's a 2/2 and red sorcery. You gain control of target artifact or creature until end of turn. Untap that permanent, it gains haste until end of turn. If it's a spacecraft, you put 10 charge counters on it. But if you do, remove those 10 counters from it at the beginning of the next end step. All right, I know what you're thinking. Buddy over there got the crazy spacecraft. What was it, Dawn Sire or something like that, where you just dome someone for 100 Dawn Sires. So that one is already like when you put the 10 plus counters on it, when you attack, you can deal 100 to a target artifact or creature. But yeah, sure, you can steal it. But again, it just says put 10 charge counters on a spacecraft you control. If you're playing a spacecraft strategy, you can go ahead and just throw those counters on your own spacecraft. Pay 3 mana for 10 counters. Go crazy, go nuts. If you're doing like multiple colors, you can probably multiply those counters somehow with like a doubling season or something. I don't know. Get creative. Go, like I said, go nuts, go crazy. But also then you also have the until the next end step. Couple of ways around that in Magic nowadays. But we don't have to get too specific because there are some cards that let you just bypass the end step and let you just keep things. Obeka being one of them. You also have Sundial of the Infinite that just lets you skip the end step and just retain whatever. So yeah, a couple of ways that you can use this card, but specifically with stations on the battlefield. Like I said, get creative, go nuts, use it on your own spacecrafts to just out of nowhere just jump past everybody and just start doming people for 100.
Out of nowhere like an RKO. Anyway,
I still can't get over the text to deal 100 damage. I get, because we had the plus 900 whatever 9,000, but that was a Final Fantasy thing. For an in-universe card to be like, we're saying deal 100 damage is insane. Okay, so Ken, yeah, you got next. What are you feeling?
All right, this is specifically, I'm pretty sure this can be played in Modern too, but I don't care about lesser formats. When I saw this card, I was like, the petty gods have spoken. A light has shined from the depths of the bathroom, and it said, come hither. This smells like it's up your alley. Anyway, the name of this card is called Seam Rip. It's an enchantment for 1. It enters when this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until this permanent leaves the battlefield. Now, the reason why I bring this up, I know you like Ken, but it only gets rid of 2 non-land permanents mana 2 value or less. Why would this be cool? Well, I'll tell you why. Derek, if you would shut up and listen, it's because what is the biggest issue in Commander said? Derek. Shut up, I'll tell you. It is fast mana. I knew you was going to be wrong, so I stopped you anyway. It is fast mana, all right? It is people who like to bust out the gate doing stupid stuff. You know what I'm telling you? I'm going to be sitting here like the big Joker when y'all bums play your Terra Serving. That's cool. I'm playing a turn 1 rip scenes and get my SpongeBob on and rip my pants right in your face while I rip this fart through your dick.
That's so aggressive.
I'm sorry, I kind of skipped lunch today. I'm a little bit off.
If anyone in a game of Magic told me they're gonna rip a fart through my deck, I would have to quit. I got nothing back. I got nothing to come back from that. I'm like, okay, please no. I can't defend that. That
I'm gonna have a cookie.
I sign off on that. All the turn 1 Soul Rings and Mana Vaults and whatever they are out there running around causing issues, moxes of whatever's, get them all out of here. Yes, I agree.
Oh, even better. When what's that one where you can reanimate? I think it's an enchantment that reanimates, so somebody will pitch like a high power creature and then enchant it with that 1 mana thing. I was like, cool. I'm gonna rip seams on that enchantment.
Oh, Animate Dead.
You took the damage and you can't do it. Yeah. Now you took the damage and you can't get your stuff back.
That seems that I approve of. I don't like that I approve of it, but I do approve of it. Okay. I'll take the next one, and this one seems super powerful. Like, I think this is like a jump in power level from the last 2 I've talked about. We're going to talk about Weftstalker Ardent. So Weftstalker Ardent is 2 in a red for a 2/3 Drix Artificer. This card, it's dumb. So whenever another creature or artifact you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. So you're hitting an Impact Tremors for both creatures and artifacts. So this is like an Impact Tremors combined with the Reckless Fireweaver thing, which is already insane. But forget all that. It's got warp, 1 single red mana. Meaning, so many times I play a lot of, like, I love burning people out. Whether it's Jolly Balloon Man playing tokens to burn, or Clive just trying to get all these burn effects and all this. I love kind of that, just like, big thing happens, everyone takes a bunch of damage. And one of the biggest problems you have is getting these to stick. You're going to spend 3 mana here, 4 mana here, this and that, and hope that nobody removes them. Getting this warp ability for a single mana to get this thing out the turn you pop off is insane. It is... this card seems busted powerful. And the fact that they threw artifacts and creatures... Okay, whoops, I'm going to cast something like Brass's Bounty and just make 1,000,000 treasures. Everyone died. Whoops. Like, this... We finally found the thing that makes Bootlegger Stash good. Years later, one card. And it's because you wasted 6 mana on that. Oh, the Pikachu attacked me. Because you wasted 6 mana on that god-awful card. This will only cost you 1, so you can actually do your thing now. It's... this card I am very excited about. It seems a little almost pushed, the fact you can get this out for a mana. As I said, I saw you nodding along, so I feel like you might be feeling this one too.
Yeah, this was on my list. This is actually I was trying to find the card up. There's a creature, single black mana, that kind of does this from an older set, but it only I think it's only when artifacts die. It deals 1 damage to target opponent. But I think this hits. Yeah, this one hits everybody. But yeah, this was on my list as well, because I was like, wait a minute, you can easily make little servos or mirrors or treasure tokens. You make food all the time. This is this can be a problem. This get out of hand. Don't let our good friend Kobe see this and let him throw this into like some crazy what's it? He has a not Xenagos. It's the other burn god.
Clothis.
Yeah. Clothis.
This powerful. Sorry, yeah.
I too have to come to the front of the congregation because I believed in the false prophet known as Butt Liquor Stash. I thought that was going to be the second. I thought that was going to be the second coming of sweet cheese of Christ, but then it turned out to be his true namesake, Butt Liquor Stash. I don't think that's in anybody's deck.
It's so. What makes it even worse is if you did have 7 mana to spend to play the Bootlegger Stash in this, you still have to wait to untap all your lands before you can even make the treasures. It's so bad. Okay. Said, did you have it?
Yeah, I refuse. I refuse to play broke porn stash in any of my decks.
So did you have another one, or did I steal your thunder there?
All right. So next up on my list, I want to introduce you guys to the Mouth of Sauron. I was just playing. This is Mouth of the Storm. I think we talked about the art on this. I think maybe. We did in our last video, we did it in person and whatnot. But basically, this is a 7-drop, 6 in a blue, flying elemental, 6/6. Has Ward 2. When this creature enters, your opponent's creatures get -3, -0 until your next turn. So I know it's not anything great. We've seen this kind of before on some other creatures. Normally, we see this like or other card effects. Usually, I think the highest I may have seen as a long-lasting effect might be like -2 to the attacking. But yeah, if you can keep getting this out with like maybe a flicker effect, it was just like basically -3 power to all creatures coming at you until your next turn. Like nobody's doing it. Basically no damage to you. Like just keep this on the board, protect it maybe. It already has Ward 2, so it has a little bit of protection built in. But yeah, flicker this bad boy, send it back to your hand. I don't know. Just keep getting it out, and it's almost like pseudo protection. But at the same time, it just makes you not as much of a target because it's almost pillow 40, and people won't be coming at you as strong.
Yeah, I feel like most of these make you either pick an opponent or pick a creature. I don't think you see it too much where it's just every other creature. It's just all of your things are tiny. I don't care what you're swinging at me with. You have 20 less power on board now. Yeah, I can see that, especially with flickering. That would be a pain. Oh gosh, because if you flicker it, then every time it's getting -3. So if you have any weird, we broke Deadeye Navigator. We're bringing back all the old broken pieces. Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. So Ken, what do you have next? As we're probably get down to our last couple each at this point.
All right, last but not least, coming to the stage, Atomic Micro Penis. Now, when I saw this card, I was like, good Lord, this is Microsizer. I apologize. Atomic Microsizer. Yeah, same difference. Anyway, when I saw this card, I was like, okay, this is going to get busted. Because you know what? Ping effects do exist in this game, and this is going to be nasty. Let me tell you what this does. One, it's an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. I don't know why they got the +0 there because you ain't adding nothing, but I'm going to leave that alone. Whenever equipped creature attacks, choose up to one target creature. That creature can't be blocked this turn and has base power of 1/1 until the end of turn. It pretty much frogifies your best creature. It frogifies your best creature. So then later I can just ping it and kill it for free. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? All right. Do you smell it? Especially, I can get real nasty with this. I can get what's her name? Mom. Old school mom.
Elish Norn?
What am I thinking of? Elish Norn. And each time I swing and attack, I can just turn your best creature into a 1/1.
What is the mana cost on this micro penis? I'm not seeing it.
It is it costs 1 for this micro penis.
Just one colorless.
And 2 to equipped. Just 1 blue.
1 blue. Okay, that's I was trying to find it in the list of cards and I was not seeing. I couldn't search what you had said because that would not go well for me. That seems. I mean, I could. It would not end well, and I'd have to delete my computer.
Yo, HR.
I found the cryo shaft, which is not what it is. That seems very.
That's close enough.
I think it's busted. Anytime you can just, whether it's Frogify or whatever, especially on any sort of like permanent basis, that's ridiculous.
Especially like people who like to play big stumpies. So now your big stumpy is a 1/1.
Oh my gosh. And the craziest part about that too is like you can just pick out whatever creature you think they would block with. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, not even that. So I'd run this and then run something like Pyrohemia. And then every time I swing, I just ping all your stuff for 1 and kill it.
Well, it doubles too because you can actually use this in a way of like if you're playing like a counters deck or an equipment deck or something, you can target one of your own creatures, make it unblockable, and then it's like you don't care that it's a 1/1 instead of a 2/2. I'm just gonna punch you in the face for free. Yeah, I like this one a lot actually because it kind of has that offense defense double thing.
If you actually run this in your Tidus deck. Oh, you want to get real nasty, you can actually put this, target one of your creatures. Now it has unblockable. The counters is going to buff it anyway because of its base stats. It swings in. And if you want to, you can put a graphic exoskeleton on it too and give it infect. So now you have unblockable infect on your deck for 1.
Who knew how dangerous a micro penis could be? That is... You're breaking news here, Ken. Thank you for educating us. That is... that one's... Yeah, I like the utility of that. I think... Anytime you can get equipment that's like both removal effectively and just a way to punch through. I mean, we found that especially in like lower power games with like the pre-con games, having unblockable is like the greatest thing ever because those boards clog up so fucking bad. It's just like you're there and there's 30 blockers on each side. And it's either a board wipe and the game takes 6 hours or you just hope that somebody draws an unblockable or evasive creature because otherwise nothing's happening. Okay.
Yeah, especially when everybody kills the person who's killing everybody.
I don't know what you're talking about. We would never do that. The next card we're gonna be talking about,
and then the game ends up going 2 hours longer.
It was like
because no, we have to kill the person who's killing everyone.
Mistakes might have been made. That was a very long game. Now the last card I want to talk, or the last one I had, this one actually might even be more powerful than the last one I talked about, or it's at least on that power level. This one's a legendary creature too. It's Tannuk, Memorial Ensign. It's a name, but it's a Kavu pilot for 1 a red and a green for a 2/4. It's just got a simple ability of landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, Tannuk deals 1 damage to each opponent. If it's the second time this ability has resolved this turn, draw a card. I mean, okay, you just tried to drop 10 lands into play last game. You've scape shifted us recently. This basically reads, you do that, everyone's taking 10 plus damage and you're going to draw a card off of it. You just crack all your fetches, dome everybody for life. You get in any sort of those like Azusa and Crucible things and you're just hitting everybody for 3-4 damage a turn. This card, whether it's a commander in the 99, seems busted.
I was going to hit somebody for over 6,000 damage.
It was gonna be six. I think it was like 16,000 because I did the math for you. That would have been
16,000.
Yeah,
16,000 damage. And I had that.
Danny took it from you. Just never forget that. Yeah. Remember what he took from you.
No, I remember exactly. It happened exactly. I think it was 10:35. That was because that was the second game. It happened on July 20th at 10:35. Eastern Standard Time. I remember it specifically. And I'm not.
I must have blacked out. I must have blacked out when this was about to happen. But I vaguely remember it though.
Oddly enough, that one covers up yours because yours was July of last year, which you did your thing.
Yeah, so. Timestamps. What's the? Magic. It's a rule of magic. Layering.
Yeah, I remember when all three of you bastards have transgressed against me in one way or another, and I commit that to memory.
Oh, I look forward to paying for it at Gen Con many times over. But yeah, Tannuk, I hate to say this, but it's going to be dirty, whether it's in the Jund Precon, whether it's in your Windgrace deck, any lands deck. Like, this thing just seems like, I think lands decks struggle the most with getting damage through sometimes. Like, they'll just kind of spin their wheels and you ramp and do a bunch of things. This draws you cards and just punches everyone in the face. So yeah, that's seems busted. All right, I'm going to throw it over. That was the last one I had. Did y'all have any others to kind of close this out with?
Next card I want to talk about, Derek, you were looking for some aliens. I think you overlooked it because I found it on a robot. To be specific, a robot assassin. This 3-drop creature called Virulent Silencer. Whenever a non-token artifact creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. It's a 2/3. That doesn't matter. It just needs to be on the field. Let your other artifact creatures do their thing. Every non-token artifact creature is giving players 2 poison counters. There we go. Also, that art is sick.
It is literally Robot Assassin Xenomorph. This is what I was looking for this whole time. It's the Xenomorph made into a robot, and it infects. I was just gonna say I'm gonna build a deck around it. I'm playing that Jeskai Precon. This is the first card going in there. This better be like 10 cents because I am building the entire deck around this card. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
This is going into brain.
Look at its little face.
This is going into brain.
Oh my gosh. And it's okay.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I need people to also appreciate the art on it just because it's doing that assassin xenomorph thing where it's like, yeah, you're looking at my face, but you're not looking you can't see behind you because that's really what's gonna mess you up. And I can't even tell, is it spitting something at him? Like what is happening? He's getting got from both the front and the back.
It says it's a phrasing. It looks like it says it's a nano infectant, a category 5 substance capable of infecting both organics and artificials. Weaponizing it is a war crime. That's the flavor text.
So it's a Phyrexian?
Well, no, it's a nano infected. So I guess the robots do some weird poison shit. Look, I'm very confused about this whole space thing. We got Eldrazi's that are just popping up in one card. We got Slivers popping up in one card. There might be Phyrexians for all I know. We got poison. I don't. There's lots of things. Space is a scary place. Notoriously, they can't hear things about screaming, but they see things drip.
Oddly enough, space does have a sound and smell.
Is it?
Oddly enough,
Are you gonna follow up on that, or is it just like what is it?
No.
Things move in space, so it is creating sound, and gases exist in space, so there should be smell.
They've actually been able to pull back stuff from space, and it actually does have a smell.
I'm picturing the smell from the ET ride at Universal. That is what I imagine space to smell like.
Yeah, that's still popcorn and butt crack. But to finish off this list, this is an honorable mention, and I think this is gonna go extra spicy. It's called Uthros. I'm gonna stop there. Uthros. It's a jellyfish scientist. I don't even know what the hell that is, but Uthros says the second spell you cast each turn costs 2 less.
Oh God.
Yes,
we've seen how effective that was in the Final Fantasy deck.
Yeah, and this is a blue and 2. So if you slide this in your deck, say you just go stupid with it, because then you get the cost reduction and you can pay the life for it and then still get your hero.
It's on like popcorn.
Damn.
You guys wondering, talking about Grahatia, the one that the Esper one that drops dudes every time you pay life to cast a non-creature spell. But there's also in that deck they put, I think, Annalise something. I never say the real name when I cast it, but it's a white spell for 2 and a 1 that the second spell you cast each turn costs 2 less. So yeah, stacks on stacks on stacks. This is what I'm talking about.
So now your spells cost 4 less.
Oh my gosh.
And which means you need to start putting X spells in there, and you also need to put As Foretold in there, so that now your spells cost 1 less for each counter on there.
I'm not. We were kind of shit talking behind the curtain. We were shit talking a little bit the set before. I may have turned around on this. I knew the highest, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff sleeping in here. I'm a fan. Also, the art. I think that's the one thing that's like been consistently good. We haven't talked too much about the art, but you mentioned the last one with the infecty dude and even this jellyfish. They did a really good job of capturing. Yeah, they did such a good job of capturing like a weird space aesthetic.
So there's already been technically jellyfish scientists in Magic. We used to call them cephalids.
Go back.
All those names have been eroded to jellyfish, I think now, or octopi. I forgot which one.
Oh, I was not aware.
I forgot which one. I think cephalids have been eroded to jellyfish or something like that. They're like jellyfish people.
Cephalids sound like something you catch if you're playing in these streets unprotected. But that's neither here nor there. But maybe you guys have seen some cards in this set that we've overlooked that are gangbusters, because honestly, the cards we just mentioned, we are putting these in our deck and they will be coming to a face near you. But anyway,
also phrasing.
Thank you guys for joining us for this.
So much.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa. Farting index is enough, Ken. We don't need to take it any further.
Thank you guys for
you don't have to worry
us.
about that, but come see us at Gen Con. We're all going to be at Gen Con.
We got to do better.